Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here for what promises to be a very insightful and engaging conversation. I have the pleasure of moderating this panel discussion on the subject that requires both our attention and appreciation, prospects and challenges of cinema in Northeast India. So let's dive straight into it. My first question is for Janu sir, who's also now popularly known as Uncle Ken after his spectacular debut in the Patal Lok series. So you have been a pioneering force in Assamese and Hindi cinema, and your your body of work has played a foundational role in shaping the region's cinema identity. So my question to you is, with your enduring and insightful journey, how do you look at the current landscape of Northeast cinema?
As a senior filmmaker, senior member here, I just wonder how I look at Northeast that way. So for cinema is concerned, in my analysis, I would feel that, the younger generation have a lot of talent. I always keep saying that, Northeast is the reservoir of talents. All the young talents, they are very passionate, and there is a lot of passion in the Northeast. That is what I have observed. And accordingly, that filmmakers have been making very good films, and which is amazing. And in fact, I must tell you that Pradeep Kurba from Shillong, Khasi filmmaker, he had just won Best Film and Best Director in Moscow International Film Festival, just recently, just a week back. So this kind of talents are there, and everyone here, they're all talents. So as a senior, I always feel proud of them. That's it.
Thank you, sir. मेरा अगला सवाल जतिन जी से है। जैसे कि हम सब OTT के पक्षपात यानी कि बायसनेस से वाकिफ़ है, नेटफ्लिक्स या अमेज़ॉन द्वारा किसी भी फिल्म को स्वीकार करवाना एकदम ही बेहद ही कठिन चीज़ है, और ख़ासकर हमारे रीजन के संदर्भ में। तो ये प्लेटफॉर्म अक्सर सो कॉल्ड मार्केटेबल या फिर जाने माने नाम या लेबल से जुड़े हुए चीज़ों से ही जुड़ना चाहती है। तो इस वजह से जो है स्वतंत्र इंडिपेंडेंट या फिर रीजनल जो फिल्म मेकर्स हैं बहुत कठिनाई फेस करते हैं। तो जतिन जी, ये जो पूर्वोत्तर भारत की फिल्मों के लिए समान दृश्यता यानी कि इक्विटेबल विजिबिलिटी के लिए सुनिश्चित करने के लिए क्या कदम उठाया जा सकता है?
Thank you to Reni. First of all, I cleared this my name. I'm not a Jotin Borua. Sorry, my name is Jotin Borua. Yeah, thank you. So, good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm trying to government of India and as well as Maharashtra Sarkar ko मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूँ. They are organizing a good event. Major OTT platform are there interested on big film, big stars, big banner. Northeastern or रीजनल फिल्म, असमीज फिल्म इंडस्ट्री हो या नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न फिल्म को, एक चैलेंजेस होते हैं कि वहाँ इतना मार्केटिंग नहीं है, इतना OTT, दे आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड अबाउट नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न फिल्म हो या रीजन फिल्म. सो प्रोड्यूसर होने के नाते बेसिकली आई प्रोड्यूस्ड 2 फिल्म, वन रत्नाकर एंड अदर राघव. एज ए प्रोड्यूसर मुझे जब रिलीज होते हैं, कमर्शियली जब रिलीज होता है, तो मुझे नहीं मालूम है कि कितना रिटर्न होगा कि नहीं. दे गेमलर जैसे होते हैं ना. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल, जैसे नेटफ्लिक्स हो या OTT प्लेटफॉर्म जितना हो, या अगर देर इन्वेस्टिंग लॉट्स ऑफ मार्केटिंग जितना होना चाहिए इतना नहीं है असम में. सो मेरा रिक्वेस्ट ये है, जो मार्केटिंग के लिए हम कुछ करना चाहते हैं, नहीं तो ऐसे ही असमीज फिल्म होगा तो रिलीज होगा, दे आर नॉट मालूम नहीं होगा कि इतना प्रॉफिट होगा कि नहीं. क्योंकि मेरा फर्स्ट मूवी रत्नाकर इज ए बिग हिट, बिग बॉक ब्लास्टर, बिग. सेकंड इज अ राघव. दे लॉस्ट इज ए टॉकिंग अबाउट नॉट ए हिट मूवी, इज ए सेमी हिट आई थिंक. सो वन माई रिक्वेस्ट टू Netflix हो या Amazon Prime हो, so or I request to central government as well as the state government to जितना बड़ी फिल्म फेस्टिवल होते हैं तो स्क्रीनिंग होना चाहिए असमीज फिल्म हो नॉर्थ ईस्ट फिल्म के लिए तो मार्केटिंग के लिए पूरा स्टेप होते हैं सो आई रिक्वेस्ट टू गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया गवर्नमेंट ऑफ असम सो ये मार्केटिंग होने से असमीज फिल्म इंडस्ट्री हो नॉर्थ ईस्ट फिल्म को पूरा हेल्प होगा दिस इज माई रिक्वेस्ट थैंक यू
Thank you so much. Next question is for, since Ravi ji is missing, I'll ask you, Paban. Some of your most notable works that has been celebrated in India and abroad have been produced by NFDC and Films Division. So, do you feel the existing policies and initiatives of the government, including film festivals that they do for Northeast films, are adequate enough in supporting and promoting the cinema from our region?
As Januda said, there's no lack of talent. And, it's also mainly because of SRFTI. You, Dominic, myself, we are all from SRFTI. Then there is a new third national school coming up. It's already, Dominic is heading a department there in Arunachal. And we also have a film school in Assam. We also have a film school in Tripura. So, I am someone who believes in, film education. And so, things are only growing. But also I started with, Doordarshan. In those days, when I started 2 decades back, it was Doordarshan commissioning films. At one point we had around 300 filmmakers in Manipur doing documentations. Forget about Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram. So those kind of supports, I think, now we hardly, have 2-3 documentary films coming out of, the entire Northeast maybe in a year now. So you can understand how much important the documentary funding or government funding is for us. And if we are talking about OTT, my film was, my first feature film, The Lady of the Lake, was acquired by Netflix. But it doesn't happen with every film from Northeast. Even I think Dominic's first film did so well in international festivals, but nobody was to pick up the film. We need a separate government-run OTT to support such kind of films. Because without support, I think it's not possible to do art. So I think it's very crucial, and I am here today is because of government support. All these years I've done films for Films Division. My latest film, Joseph's Son, was co-produced by NFDC. It was premiered at Shanghai in the main competition last year, in 2023, last year. So these are crucial, and also now they are trying to distribute the film. It's not like, you can't distribute a Manipuri film. NFDC is doing that, and I think it's very crucial that government does this kind of support for regions like Northeast or other small states in India.
How helpful, beneficial is a platform like that, which is government sponsored?
Luckily, we have our own government-run OTT platform called Hello Meghalaya, and then something happened for us. At least Mahama, after traveling to lots of film festivals, after winning national award, nobody buy the films, and it's so disheartening for a filmmaker. So luckily our own OTT platform bought the film. This was very, very encouraging for us as a state run. And also they are right now, our own OTT platform, they are supporting 3 filmmakers, me, Pradeep, and Simi. They're giving us a grant, 35 lakhs grant to make a feature film, and they are not really looking for returns or anything like that. We can have a festival run with the film, we can have a theatrical release, but they're owning it as a OTT rights for the film, which is very, very nice initiative of the government for us. I feel when we have a national award winning film, there would have been a value added to it if some OTT platform or Doordarshan or Waves select it, because it's already juries has selected that film. So by itself, it got that certain mark in it. I think by default, before Doordarshan used to buy, for 25 lakhs, film was being bought, national award-winning films were bought. I think something like this would be really, really, I think, helpful actually. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Amy ji, so it's in Hindi, so I'll have to look. हम नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोग बहुत ही कल्चरली रिच और डाइवर्स है, बट ये डाइवर्सिटी जो हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं कहीं ना कहीं जाके हमारी लिमिटेशन भी बनती है. फॉर इंस्टेंस मैं कोई आसामीज़ फिल्म सबटाइटल के बिना नहीं समझ पाऊंगी, वैसे ही आप भी कोई नेपाली फिल्म सबटाइटल के बिना नहीं समझ पाएंगी. तो आपने अभी जो ये नेशनल अवार्ड विनिंग फिल्म में जो डायरेक्ट और एक्ट किया है सिमखोर, जो दिमाशा लैंग्वेज में आपने बनाई है, तो आपने किस तरह के चैलेंजेस फेस की ये जो हम डाइवर्सिटी की बात कर रहे हैं, तो आपने किस तरह के चैलेंजेस फेस की?
चैलेंजेस तो हर फिल्म में होता है, एंड आई बिलीव कि चैलेंजेस तभी अच्छा लगता है जब आप पूरी शिद्दत से वो काम को अगर आप पसंद करो. तो फिल्म 14 इयर्स से इसी काम में जुड़ी हूँ, तो चैलेंजेस आते हैं लेकिन खुश रहते हैं हम उसी चैलेंजेस में. और जैसे सभी ने बताया, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के हम काफ़ी स्ट्रगल करके फिल्म बनाते हैं. ऐसे नहीं होता है कि हमारा कि आओ कोई भी प्रोड्यूसर बैठा हुआ है आके फिल्म बना लेगा. मेरे घर से ही प्रोडक्शन मैंने इसीलिए किया क्योंकि प्रोड्यूसर हम लोग को इतनी आसानी से नहीं मिलते हैं. पर जब पूरे काम ख़त्म होने के बाद, आपने जैसे बोला 2 नेशनल अवार्ड मिला, तब जो भी प्रॉब्लम था वो ख़त्म हो गया 1 सेकंड में. प्रॉब्लम्स हर किसी को आता है, लेकिन उस काम को इतना हम लोग प्यार करते हैं कि उसी में जीते हैं. जैसे फिल्म का यहाँ पे अभी जो भी है, मुझे लगता है हर कोई फिल्म से जुड़े हुए हैं, तो उसमें उतना मुझे कभी तकलीफ़ हुआ ही नहीं. कभी होता है ना कि कम खाना मिले तो भी अगर आप खुश हो तो आप उस ज़िंदगी में खुश हो सकते हो, तो उसी तरह की बात है. बट येस, अभी की जो कमर्शियल लाइफ है, जो कमर्शियल एस्पेक्ट से हम देखें तो येस, हम लोग का बहुत कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन जो है हमारा वो इतना सारा है, हम उसको लेके खुश हो सकते हैं. जैसे कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट में मेरा हमेशा से यही कोशिश है कि मैं जब भी कहीं पे भी जाऊं, मेरा नॉर्थ ईस्ट, मेरा कल्चर, मेरा ट्रेडिशन, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के जितने सारे अनटोल्ड स्टोरीज़ है उन सबको लेके जाऊं. और हमारे पास इतने सारे स्टोरीज़ है, तो वो सबको लेके मैं जाना चाहती हूँ, तो मुझे कभी भी इतना तकलीफ नहीं होता है. थैंक यू.
Okay, great. Coming to you, Dominic. As we are all aware, Mama and Rapture has done so well internationally and nationally. We are so proud of you. But fortunately, you were able to release your film Rapture in theaters in Meghalaya. So I wanted to ask you, how difficult is it for, say, Assam has a theater, lots of theaters, but places like Sikkim or say for Garo, they have very limited theaters. So in terms of distributing the films, I mean nationwide and also in your space, what are the challenges you faced and how did you navigate that?
I think distribution is always a big challenge for all the filmmakers, even after film might have done well. Film might have done well in festivals and all these things, but distribution has always become a challenge, So, but we have to really work around it. For example, I come from a place where there's no single theater, I never had a big screen experience till I turned maybe 15 years old, like I've never seen big theaters. So what we realized is that our people are really wanting to watch our own film. People are tired of watching films they're still watching for their own entertainment, but they really, really want film that belongs to our people, our land, So what we did is, we realized this after Mama, when I made my first feature film, and we did a trial release of Mama, and it was like hit. And then Rapture went to festivals, and people were like saying in the internet, in the Facebook, they're saying that, what's the point of making your own film if you wanted to send it to film festivals? Why are you not screening for us and things like that? They were like really wanting to, and we found that this is something good sign. So what we did is we went to schools, colleges, and then we did screenings for So we don't have a theater. So what we did is we book a government-run auditorium, which is like an 800-seater. And people from all across Garo Hills, from Shillong, Meghalaya, they came to watch a film. And there were times where we have to, in the aisle, we have to put extra plastic chairs. On the side, we have to run extra plastic chairs. Almost for 3 weeks, 3 shows a day, it was packed. And people are coming to watch this film. So from here, and then what happened is, sometimes we believe that our film, like Rapture, might not be a popular narrative. It might not be, they say that, people film like this won't be understood by all people, you know. But then I always thought that, no, that's not true. You know, people really, if we have nuances right of the places, people will really connect to it. So what I also did is, if you are introducing a students to watch your film, you're also developing a future audience for yourself. What we are also planning to do is, we are planning to introduce independent filmmakers, films, for like, for example, your film, Pavan's films, or other Rimada's films, and all the films there. So what happened is, if we want our kind of films to be watched, then we also need people to develop this particular taste for film like this. You know, so what happened is, we are planning with my producers that we wanted to bring all these independent filmmakers. We will develop this kind of taste with our young audience. What happened is, we are developing a future growth. So we are also helping ourselves like that. But luckily, Rapture also was released in France in 152 theaters. That was like a big thing for Rapture. Yeah.
Many congratulations. We have Ravi ji with us now. So my question will be for you, Ravi ji. First be seated. Yeah. In 2024, I think during IFI, WAVES OTT platform was launched by Prasar Bharati, and likewise we had already discussed that there are many other state-funded OTT platforms. So how do you think that these platforms will benefit regional filmmakers?
First of all, an initiative by Prasar Bharati like WAVES, and initiatives taken by states like Meghalaya and Kerala for a state-based OTT platform. I think it's a huge initiative, and it's very encouraging for us, especially a region like Northeast, because our stories, our culture has always been, we never had a very good chance of, being streamed in the national mainstream. So I think it'll be a huge opportunity for our culture, our story, and our talents to be introduced to not just India, but to the world. But there are certain things that we really need to take care of, is that the financial backing and the marketing infrastructure should really be taken care of, because we should always be aware so that this doesn't happen, that someday the producer doesn't get a link, doesn't get a connection, how he would, discuss over the film to be taken by the OTT platform, and he has to face certain unwanted agencies to come in between. So this is an initiative I think they should take care of. Otherwise, Northeast has millions of stories, and it's pretty old, pretty beautiful, and it's unique in its own kind. So I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Now this is my personal question to Janu sir again. Given the geographical, distance that most of the Northeast states have, especially Arunachal or Sikkim for that matter, we are not closer to any metro cities, and we do not have that infrastructure to be able to shoot films. For example, last year I was shooting my debut film. I just wanted to know what kind of intervention will help filmmakers like us who do not have access to these facilities.
I don't know what to say. That it's almost like opening some Pandora's box when you talk about Northeast. First of all, actually, I would say something else. Since by knowingly or unknowingly, mostly unknowingly, we do a lot of injustice to Northeast that way. So for cinema is concerned, I can say something that we have a tendency to club together. So, because the cinema actually is identity-wise, is always go by language. For example, they make Khasi film, Manipuri, like that. There are other films also is being made. So it becomes a lot of injustice also at times. That when you club together as Northeast cinema, so it becomes very difficult to say, make people understand our problems. Now, secondly, actually, see, Northeast term itself is almost like people think that is almost remote somewhere, is some alien place or so. So that way that we have reservations. I don't know whether you people have or not, but I have. That way sometimes. That in a way actually kind of history we have, kind of socio-cultural values we have in the entire Northeast. People are, the biggest asset is the people are very sensitive there. That's I call it an asset, very big asset. And we have not been utilizing that. And secondly, is there's so many ethnic groups are there in the Northeast. So the culture, socio-culturally is very rich, historically is very rich. We never address that. And there are a lot of stories to be told. So there is always I feel that somewhere to identify Northeast in terms of cinema, that we need to change our attitude. It's almost, for me, it's almost like a mini Bharat. Entire Northeast is a mini Bharat. There's so many languages are there, so many ethnic groups are there. So it is almost like a mini Bharat. So accordingly, we need to treat it. Then we'll be doing justice to that. So for infrastructure is concerned, that since the beginning, the first film was made by Jyoti Prasad Agarwala in the Northeast in 1935, and he was just passionate, that's all. His passion has made that film, Jayamati. And you can say that, we never had in that land, in that region, never had any facilities. And he came up and he got himself trained in Europe, and came back and he made that film. And he went through hell, absolutely, making that film. And we are all indebted to him that way. And it is an amazing thing, actually, that we all, draw strength from him. He's no more, of course. And it is that kind of origin we have in Northeast. So that has helped. And the infrastructure, slowly it has come up. Now in digital era, there are a lot of things, actually, a lot of talents are coming up. And particularly young talents, they are superb. In a way, when I must tell you, that when I came to Mumbai first, years back, that maybe I was one of the very few was in Mumbai. And today, that a lot of talents are there working in Mumbai, particularly in sound and music. Very good talents. So that way, and we feel very rich, enriched. And so whether there are infrastructure or not, the films are being made. Filmmakers are so passionate about making films. And there are a lot of dreams there. There is one amazing thing actually in Northeast. I would say that they're full of dreamers, and they want to make films. Even a Panwala also, they want to make a film. But there are a lot of dreams. So I feel very hopeful, and for tomorrow is very bright for Northeast. I don't know whether I answered your question or not.
He said, don't worry about the infrastructure. If you are passionate, you'll do it. But I don't know if this passion will run for long, but thank you so much, sir.
Also, I'm not giving you.
No, all right, sir. Thank you so much. So this is an open question to all the panelists. I mean, like Dominic has spoke about how I also know that Pradeep Kurba, with all his films, he goes to villages and screens his films for the people of his place. I mean, in India, I mean, in our country, usually to be able to showcase our films, apart from the festivals that we have, and specifically Northeast Film Festival that they have in Delhi, how else do you think that we can make our films reach to more audience and, showcase our work?
I think there is a market for all kind of films. I believe there is, because you have to take it to the right people. And the problem is, we have recently in film schools, we also have production courses now. But unfortunately, it's not just about Northeast cinema, but unfortunately, we don't have people doing work for independent cinema in the country. I've seen a lot of young producers running around all over the world. If you talk about South Asian films, why they are doing well in big festivals. It's not just about taking the film to the festivals, it's also about the market. It's because there are young producers working for them. I think in India, the problem is people are comfortable working in the big industry that we have here. People are not exploring the international market where there are grants for independent cinema. I believe, I know that most of the grants which are there in international festivals, many of the festivals, they don't give money to Indian filmmakers because they think that we can survive with our own money, but they don't think about the independent filmmakers of India who are struggling all the time. It's not just about Northeast cinema, but then, if the young producers of India, I mean, forget about the experienced producers, if they work, I think if they go around the country, world, and, explore this market, there is a huge potential for this. So if they do that, I think it will be a good step, not just for us, but for the whole independent scene in the country. Now, when the OTT came in India, it came with a big bang, with a lot of promises for us young, we independent filmmakers. But then at the end of the day, everything is about business. So I believe that, a lot of young film producers need to come out and hopefully WAVES will do something for independent cinema where, independent voices will have some space to showcase our work. I think that will be the only thing. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. जतिन जी, एमी, आपको कुछ ऐड करना है तो इसमें?
आपने जैसे पहले बोला कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट बहुत खूबसूरत है. यस, नॉर्थ ईस्ट बहुत ही खूबसूरत है. हम उस जगह की बेटे हैं जहाँ पे माँ कामाख्या का वास है. मैं उस जगह की बेटी हूँ जहाँ की वीरों ने, अहोमों ने 17 टाइम्स मुगलों को हराया है. मैं उस जगह की बेटी हूँ जहाँ पे हमारी एक स्टेट है मेघालय, सभी जानते ही हैं. वहाँ पे घर की अगर सबसे छोटी लड़की है ना, जैसे कि दुनिया में चलता है लड़का लड़की को शादी करके घर लाते हैं, हमारे वहाँ पे घर की छोटी लड़की लड़का को शादी करके घर लाता है. तो हम लोग कुछ अलग है थोड़ा सा. लेकिन जब कोई बोलता है कहीं पे कि ज़्यादातर हमारे लोगों की नाक छोटे होते हैं, आँख छोटे होते हैं, तो पूछते हैं कि आप चाइनीज़ हो क्या? तो मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ कि हाँ, हमारे नाक तो छोटे हैं, हमारे आँख भी कभी कभी छोटा होता है, लेकिन हमारा दिल छोटा नहीं है. हमारा दिल बहुत बड़ा है. हमारे घर के आसपास जंगल तो है, लेकिन हमारा दिल में जंगल नहीं है. तो प्लीज़ नॉर्थ ईस्ट आइए, एक्सप्लोर कीजिए, क्योंकि आप सभी ने शायद ताजमहल देखा है, कुतुब मीनार देखा है, हवा महल देखा है, पर हमारे वहाँ भी इक्वली मेस्मराइजिंग बहुत कुछ चीज़ें हैं. जैसे असम की मैं बारे में बोलूँ तो रोंगघर, कारेंघर, तोलातल घर, बहुत कुछ ऐसे चीज़ें हैं. हमारे पास वन हॉर्न राइनो है जो पूरे वर्ल्ड में फेमस है. सुबह को हम अपने बगानों से चाय पिलाएंगे आप लोगों को. तो प्लीज़ नॉर्थ ईस्ट आइए, और जो भी फिल्म मेकर्स, जो भी फिल्म से जुड़े लोग हैं, आपको कभी लगता है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट में पता नहीं कहाँ पे जाएंगे, कहीं पे गुम हो जाएंगे, हम इतने भी बुरे नहीं हैं। तो प्लीज़ नॉर्थ ईस्ट को एक्सप्लोर कीजिए। और हम सभी की यही कोशिश रहता है कि कैसे हम नॉर्थ ईस्ट को बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म में दिखाएं। तो मैं जब भी कहीं पे जाती हूँ मैं यही सोचती हूँ कि मैं अपना कल्चर का कुछ पहनूं। मैं कांस में भी 3 बार जा चुकी हूँ, वहाँ पे भी मैं, क्योंकि मुझे लगा कि मेरे कल्चर को दिखाने के लिए वो एक बहुत बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म है। क्योंकि कांस फिल्म फेस्टिवल जब चलता रहता है तो हर किसी का आँख वहीं पे होता है कि किसने क्या पहना, कौन क्या पहन के गए। आजकल मीडिया के ज़माना है तो वो तो चलता ही रहता है। तो मैं वहाँ पे हमेशा से अपना ट्रेडिशनल कपड़ा पहन के जाती हूँ। यहाँ पे भी लेडीज़ चादर मेखला पहन के बैठी हुई है, थैंक यू सो मच। क्योंकि हमारे लिए चादर मेखला सिर्फ एक अटायर नहीं है, वो हमारा इमोशन है। तो हम हमेशा से यही कोशिश करते हैं कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट को हम आगे बढ़ा के लेके जाए, फिल्मों के जरिए हो, कुछ भी करके हो। तो प्लीज़ हमें हेल्प कीजिए जो भी हो सकता है। और बाकी लोग भी हैं, वो लोग भी बोलेंगे, लेकिन ये थोड़ा सा चीज़ था जो मैं बोलना चाहती थी, जो मेरे दिल के बहुत करीब था, इसीलिए थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, Amy. Ravi ji, coming back to you, is there anything you would like to add in context of film?
एंटरटेनमेंट शब्द जिस चीज़ से भी जुड़ जाए वो पैसा बनाती है। वो चाहे पैरेलल सिनेमा हो या अगर वो पैरेलल सिनेमा भी एंटरटेनिंग है तो वो भी पैसा बनाती है। तो पैसा बनाना सबसे ज़रूरी बात नहीं है। ज़रूरी बात ये है कि जब हम नेशनल लेवल पे किसी भी स्टोरी को शोकेस होते हुए देखते हैं तो हमने देखा है कि देवदास जब बनाए उन्होंने तो बंगाली कल्चर इतनी सुंदर से दिखाया गया और लोगों ने समझा, उसकी यूनिकनेस को सराहा। तो जब रामलीला बनाई तो उन्होंने गुजराती कल्चर को एक नई पहचान दी यहाँ पे और सब लोगों ने जाना, सराहा। तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि वही बात असम से भी हो, क्योंकि हमारी जो डाइवर्सिटी है वो यूनिक है और उसके बावजूद हम सारे मिलकर रहते हैं। बट द प्रॉब्लम हैपेंड व्हेन माय फर्स्ट सेंटेंस दैट आई सेड कि एनीथिंग दैट इज़ एंटरटेनिंग विल बिगेट मनी। तो प्रॉब्लम वहाँ हुई जब हम बह गए अपने मकसद से और हम ऐसी फिल्में बनाने लगे जैसी फिल्में ऑलरेडी बन चुकी हैं और हमसे काफ़ी ज़्यादा बजट से। तो वी बिकेम चीप कॉपीज़। अगर हम अपनी कहानी बताएं और जैसे हमारे गांव में ऐसे कई ट्राइब्स हैं जहां बच्चे पैदा होते ही उनको 1 चम्मच लोकल अल्कोहल दिया जाता है कि उसकी रेजिस्टेंस बनी रहे। दिस इज़ अ यूनिक थिंग, दिस आई थिंक द होल वर्ल्ड वुड वांट टू नो। तो हमें ऐसी कुछ चीज़ें शोकेस करनी चाहिए, प्लस उसके साथ हमें पंच करनी चाहिए थोड़ी मॉडर्न थॉट प्रोसेस सो दैट वी कैन अट्रैक्ट द यूथ। और अभी जो हाल है नॉर्थ ईस्ट सिनेमा की, तो comparatively we are contributing 1% to the entire Indian film industry. So last जितनी फिल्में बनी, so they have definitely contributed well. अभी मेरी बस इतनी चाह है कि the only thing that we're lacking right now, वो शायद हर जो पैनलिस्ट यहाँ बैठे हैं वो भी they'll agree to me, that we lack good producers. We lack producers who understand cinema. We lack producers. अगर कोई actor he has turned into a producer, he's doing a wonderful job, I'm sure about it, but he knows it. पर बाहर से कोई आए तो he has misconceptions. अगर ये सोच कर आए कि I'll earn millions, then he'll be very disappointed. And if he is fooled by people on the way, he'll have a very bad impression about the industry. So I think this is one very important factor कि आजकल production पे भी courses है, तो people are learning production, और as soon as we have good producers and good filmmakers coming together, I think Northeast has already made its mark. Janu sir ने already पहले he has made a mark from Northeast, और Mr. Bora, he is here. He has been with the industry for such a long time. He's such an experienced actor and a fantastic, fine actor. Dominic, I know. Pavanji, I know. That Aimi has been doing her bit. आज अगर हम सिनेमा की डेवलपमेंट के बारे में बात करते हैं तो I think somewhere down the line even we lack something. कहीं तो हमारी भी थोड़ी सी खामियां रह गई होगी. तो I think now that the world has come together through internet and we have access to all the things around us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we have had a very fruitful discussions. There are many challenges, but prospects are equally promising. So as we come to the end of this session, I would also like Janu sir to just give a piece of advice to all of us.
Now, just one observation I felt, because I very closely observe the young people struggling to make films in the Northeast, and it pains me a lot. And so I have a lot of feelings that way. So I feel that, there's some kind of reality about cinema in Northeast that we need to understand that. So although that a lot of filmmakers are there and films are being made in different languages, but to survive, for cinema to survive, you need a market. And the market is not there. The markets are there, but they're very, very small markets. So it is not enough for cinema to survive. So that way I feel like that actually it is, since we all the time keep calling cinema as the flag bearer of socio-cultural values of a land, so it is very important for the establishment to understand this and also offer some kind of charity approach towards it. So governments need to come forward to sponsor in many ways, because it's needed, and it is a very very important aspect for any group, any community to survive. And that way cinema helps, and the government needs to understand that they need to come forward to some kind of give support, extend support in many ways. There are many policies are being talked about, but we cannot compare, suppose say Manipuri film industry, we cannot compare with Hindi film industry or Bengali film industry or Malayalam film industry. We have to, but at the same time we have to understand that that Manipuri cinema has to live. That is for sure. So who should be responsible? If the Manipuri cinema dies because of lack of market or so, and who is responsible? That way, at least we cannot blame the filmmakers. Filmmakers have been making them. In fact, a lot of good films are being made in Manipur. The first international award was brought by a Manipuri film, Ayuam Shamsharma's film. But anyway, what I mean to say that these cinemas have to survive, have to live. And for that, everyone has to come forward. It's a government's responsibility, people's responsibility, all that. Because it's some kind of asset we cannot afford to lose. And so that way, I feel that, it is all the time we keep blaming the filmmakers that way. And it is not right also. And the other thing actually I want to say that Northeast is very rich, and the rest of India, they don't know. Because there is a lot of, disconnection so far inquisitiveness is concerned. So it is so rich at times, because I stay in Mumbai, I keep looking at Northeast from a distance, so I feel a lot. So I feel that it is so rich, and everybody should come and enjoy. It's a big asset for the entire country, and that we should always keep in mind. So cinema always must survive.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your insightful words. Thank you to our esteemed panelists for your participation. Let's continue to support and celebrate vibrant world of cinema of Northeast. Thank you, everyone.